Good evening, everyone. This is Rob
And Joe.
and Joe, and we make up R and
Jay.
J. And this is our review of Hannibal Season 3, Episode 5, Contorno, I think.
Yeah, it was Contorno. I don't even. We looked up last week what it is. Let's.
It was that was primavera, and that meant spring.
It did. That. And I'm pretty sure this doesn't mean summer. It means outline.
Outline. Okay. All right. So now, for all of our viewing audience, the 44 of you, now we know what the episode is called. Does it have? Do you think it outlines anything, Joe? Do you think it was a foreshadow?
The thinking about now, the name outline, I don't know. It's going to be something that I kind of think about during the course of this. Very light on review, more of a discussion video. That's pretty much our style at this point. If you don't know at this point, we'll really review as much as just discuss.
Yeah.
And react. It's for all of us, for all you commenting, watching, comment, and we'll all talk. Let's make this conversation.
Yeah, that's what Joe and I like to do. We don't really. We review at the very, very end, but this is a discussion of our favorite shows and sometimes our least favorite episodes of those shows. But we just like to talk about them because TV is what we do on RNJ Reviews. It's in the icon that I made.
Yep.
TV show reviews and discussions. So as Joe said, it's a discussion, and just to start this episode, I was very happy with it. I was really happy with it overall. It was 2 weeks ago. And by the way, unfortunately, we didn't get to review the episode last week because stuff came up for the two of us. But I really like this one.
I loved this one. I thought this one could have been like a mid-season finale. It was.
Yes, it totally could have
really good. It was very similar to the season 2 finale in where it picked up. Obviously on different scales, but this one they still managed to keep that intensity there for that fight, which is not something I would have expected. If I was told that they were going to do another big fight, I guess I'm not going to spoil it yet who it was between, but a big fight like that, I did not think it would feel so intense this soon after that last one, because that last one really set the bar high. That was really insane.
That was a life and death threat fight. It was a life and death fight, and this one.
And we were talking about this before we went live here. It was very one-sided, the fight, obviously, right, for anyone who has seen the episode. However, I was waiting for the one moment where it just changed and the character died.
Yes, me too. I guess we can say who was in the fight. It was Jack and Hannibal. And in the season 2 finale, I thought, or it looked like Jack was going to get killed by Hannibal. So when Jack were fighting, or Jack was beating up Hannibal intensively in this fight, and some of the scenes are just really graphic with him, like when he stuck the grappling hook into Hannibal's leg, or when he put his arm into. Yes, and dragged him, or when he put his arm in the
wheel.
The wheel that they used to run water. And I think he broke his arm. That was intensive. But for some reason, when I was watching this, I kept thinking Hannibal was gonna wake up and it was gonna be real, because Hannibal was so intense when he beat Jack up that I thought, there's no way this is Hannibal right now. But I guess Jack just got the upper hand. He jacked him up.
Yeah, Jack had more this time around. That last one was kind of still more of a surprise to him. At that point, he still was kind of surprised by the whole Hannibal thing. It was still relatively new. This time, things have sunk in. He just lost his wife. He almost lost his life. He's a very broken man. Like you said a few weeks ago, he's showing the scars of a broken man. And we saw that. And we saw that intensity. And Lawrence Fishburne did incredible, not only in the fight scene, but in this episode, from whenever he has screen time, he blows it away now. I mean, he's always been good, but he's taken this character to another place. He's blowing it away, and you really feel this character's intensity, and it's great. It makes for a great scene, especially when Hannibal you know, as intense as it could be, he still got that charismatic, just kind of snake-like presence that.
Yes, that is a good way to describe Hannibal Lecter
Yeah,
as a snake. Like
yeah,
even when Hannibal was, when Jack was hiding, when he came into the room, and Hannibal was like, "I could have saved your wife," like being all eerily creepy to him, like snakish to piss him off and lure him out. It didn't work.
yeah. And how
I,
fitting was it that Hannibal survived because of the he slid down like the Ronaldo's.
body,
And
his corpse.
well, we're just spoiling everything. Sorry if you guys have not seen, but
Well, hey, when you're watching a TV show review, I mean, it's so difficult to not give spoilers away. So that means, like, why would you watch a
right,
review if you haven't seen it
because
anyway?
Hannibal at this point, you know what to expect. It's a really good show. I mean, the only stuff that kind of differs each week in a season like this is the story. I mean, everything else is still, everyone's amazing. In Hannibal, the acting is always really top notch.
Yep.
The tone's always that, especially now, this season's still just very dark, and it's gotten darker this season.
Yeah, what's very dark is Alana's scenes with the doctor,
Mason
with the
Verger.
doctor, Mason Berger.
Yeah.
Yeah, her scenes with him were very creepy, like to the point like where either he scared me and she was very cold.
Yes, yes, exactly. She was cold to the point where he was being rude and disgusting and nasty to her, and she didn't care because she's so hell-bent on revenge that she will put up with one monster to take out another. And I always thought she was one of the least interesting characters on the show, and while I still probably think that, I think this adds some intrigue to her character. I'm not as bored when I see her on screen. She never was really someone that interested me in the show. I always liked, in terms of female characters, Freddie Lounds, right?
Yeah, pretty long, yeah.
Yeah, Freddie Lounds. I liked her a lot, and she actually hasn't been in this season because, the different location and everything. I'm waiting for her to come back, hopefully. I don't know if she's casted or
I think she
anything.
wasn't she in the season 3 premiere?
Was she?
I think she was. You know who one of my favorite characters was?
No, because the premiere was with Hannibal and Bedelia.
Maybe the second episode. Anyway, I thought I saw her, but I could be wrong. But one of my favorite characters on the show was Beverly Katz before she got killed and then chopped in like little bits.
Yeah, she was good too. It's just in terms of female characters on the show, Alana was not my favorite, and now it still isn't. Bedelia, I think, is become.
Yeah, Bedelia is for Joe and I. Bedelia is our leading favorite lady.
She's one that's interesting. I mean, talk about interesting characters. That first episode with Hannibal, still like that completely changed my opinion on the character.
Yeah, she was really good in that overall.
What was that?
I think this is it. I said yes, she was really good in that episode, because she really led it, especially in those last final moments with her. But my point was like Alana, like not that she was bubbly, but she was nice before, and here she's just like she's done. There's no, she's not taking anyone's bull.
Right. Yeah, and seeing her pairing with Mason Verger for now is interesting because, like I said, it's pairing with one evil to take out another. So.
And he, might I add, is so creepy looking. With like the special effects done to his face and stuff.
Yes, yes, he is. And I actually believe, I could be wrong here, but I remember reading that they were casting a different actor. So I actually think that's a different guy than.
It is. I have his page up right now. It's right in season 3. He's played by Joe Anderson. In season 2, he's played by Michael Pitt.
Yeah, who was amazing last season.
Yeah.
And this guy picks up right where he left off because of the mask and everything. You wouldn't be able to notice. Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't reading that, the guy was replaced, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
and that's really good because that can be really distracting on the show. think about shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where they even made reference to it like in the show because
Yeah.
it becomes so distracting when a character a
When
different
they
actor plays. Yeah.
yeah, when they recast the
So
character.
yeah, so they handled this so
Very well.
properly. Yeah, very
Well,
well.
I think because he was completely disfigured. It
Yeah,
worked.
it worked out in their favor. It worked out lucky, but still though, I mean, still, good for them.
Yeah,
It's
no,
handled very well.
it
And
was very good.
kudos to the actor too, because where the character left off, he's picked up and like he's going in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Because he got to a certain level of crazy, and like escalated to that point, and now this guy picked up from there and is going. So
yeah,
kudos to the actor too.
he's really good. And I guess the last part of the episode, Hannibal got beaten up, ran away. Alana's super cold. Is Will.
Right.
Will in his little part of the episode where the stag comes back into Will's mind.
Yeah.
But why does the stag come back into Will's mind, Joe? What happens to our good friend Hugh Dancy?
He's thrown off a train.
Yeah, by someone who really shouldn't be able to throw him off a train. Like he really got caught by surprise.
Yeah, I'm not sold on her yet. I don't know. I'm still. It felt out of place for me at first, her inclusion into the show, and it still kind of does. It feels out of place right now. Maybe when she comes into the fold with everyone else, with Hannibal and everything, maybe it'll start to feel
Better.
better. But as of right now, for me, it feels a little odd with her. Maybe because I'm not used to seeing her yet, and maybe her introduction for me wasn't the best. So I'm not sold on her yet, and especially that those scenes were pretty much for me in this episode the scenes that I didn't care for much. Whereas I like the Ronaldo scenes a lot, and then that Ronaldo and Hannibal when Ronaldo goes back to Hannibal from there on, that was amazing.
Yeah, I mean the scene when Hannibal disemboweled him was not amazing, but it was very good. Yes, I don't want to call a scene that graphic.
Right, that disturbing. Yeah, but it was a very good scene in the way it was delivered. I love the kind of the questioning that Hannibal was doing, like, are you talking to Mason Verger and all that? Just again because of Hannibal's delivery, and really kudos to Mads Mikkelsen here because he does with this character something that we didn't see with the Anthony Hopkins character, and I'm not necessarily saying one is better than the other. They feel like two completely different versions of the same character. I love the charisma with his Hannibal because even when he's being such a schmuck and he's being evil and everything, he still kind of got that snake kind of charisma to him, and it makes for like an interesting viewing.
Mads Mikkelsen is very good at his job at Hannibal, and I guess to wrap the review up is as of now, Hannibal season 3 is the last season of Hannibal. We don't know if it's getting renewed to go on Amazon, and Mads Mikkelsen and Hugh Dancy have been released from their contracts, which is unfortunate. So we don't even know what is happening with Hannibal. So at the moment, it's pretty much seems like it's over. But Mads Mikkelsen is a really good actor, and he really can portray evil characters. They're not even evil, like snake-like characters, as you say, really well. And I only hope that good things can happen for him in the future.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully the show doesn't go anywhere, but we'll see. Right now, it's not looking good, but we'll see.
Joe and I have a grand total of 8 more reviews of Hannibal left to do as of now. It's sad.
Yeah.
Sad. But thank you all for checking out our spoiler review for Hannibal season 3, episode 5. We thoroughly enjoyed it. We're looking forward to season 6 because episode 6 looks like it has more action going on with it. It's going to be really cool. So, thank you all who check this out later because I can tell that no one's watching now, but we're also doing this really late at night. And thank you again. And if you like what you see, comment. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And check out our individual channels of the Robert and We Disagree. And we're going to try to make this a bit more of an active channel as we go along, too. So thank you again, and good night.